On this episode of Beer Blues BS, boy, we got a great show for you because, we're 5 years in, so it's time that we introduce something new. That's right, a new segment that hopefully will get you laughing, get you rolling in your seats, and, bring in the week to an end with a bunch of joy, bunch of good friends, a bunch of good drinks. I'm using the word bunch a lot, but, I'm excited. Why? Because you're here, and when you're here, you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and V. Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, pull up a seat, enjoy time with friends.
Triple B! Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay? Come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another fun-filled edition of Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast where sometimes we start on time, but usually not. So I am still your host, Mark Kidder. Thank you for being here for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Howard Blues is in the wind. JS is on the hunt. You will see and hear all about that. Of course, welcome to the show. I could not do this all alone because that would be a lot of rambling and a lot of boringness. And so thank you for being here. And we have all the fun-pilled people that are normally on this show. And let's go right around the horn with everybody's favorite segment of the show, and that is What's on Tap? And this is round one, and we will drink. WrestleMania weekend is upon us. The WWE Hall of Fame happening right now. And so I'm pulling out the oh hell yeah Austin 316. I'd call this a highball glass, but this sucker is got an extra highball for a highball glass. And with that, I need to fill it up with a little good old whiskey. And we're going to be talking about some things down to the south here and there. And so I am going to go straight to Templeton, Iowa with the Templeton Rye barrel strength. And we're going to do a nice little pour there up to at least the 316 because we don't want to get too plastered on the first round here. So there's that.
Why not?
Yeah, because, we're not just a one and done show. We're an all-inclusive resort. Speaking of a resort, around the horn, let's go top to bottom. Local Geek, the Triple B Brewmaster, welcome to the show. And what do you have?
Hey, guys. As I mentioned last week, I'm on call this week, so I am having some non-alcoholic beverages, probably along with Howard for sure. So tonight I am dipping into the Jarritos again. Have the pineapple one. Oh, that's interesting. It's not really... Well, there's a little bit of pineapple there on the back end, but it was almost like lemon lime at the front. It's good. It just the pineapple wasn't there until kind of the aftertaste settled in.
Gotcha. As it was going,
give that like a 3 out of 5 though. It's not bad. I would drink it again.
I like it.
Okay. How is it in the sweetness department? Sometimes those sodas are kind of hit or miss when you buy them. It's either too much or too little or just right.
These Jarritos are usually on the sweet side. This one actually has a little bit of the artificial sweetener taste to it. So I don't know if it's artificially and the other ones are not, but no, it's got 35 grams of sugar, it says. So
yeah.
Wonderful.
But it may have, partial artificial sweetener or something too.
Yeah. I remember getting, I don't know if it was the Jarritos, but the sparkling apple juice that they have. That one's pretty tasty.
Nice.
Okay. Hopefully it lasts up to its rating through the rest of the bottle. Let's get around more in the tavern here. Doc is coming to us from all the way out west, and welcome back once again to the Triple B.
Thanks. Good to be here. You know, you mentioned in the beginning, like sometimes we start on time, sometimes we don't, but you know that the audience doesn't know that because it starts the same time for them no matter what. So.
On time,
Whenever they want.
Yeah,
It's on demand time.
exactly. Yeah, they can download whenever and wherever, as we learned earlier this week. So I am cleaning things out of my fridge. So tonight I am starting with the beach juice, sugar-free mango peach smash. On the side, it says BYOB, but it says it stands for Bring Your Own Beach. And I did not bring a beach with me, so
Where the beach is at.
I may be failing at this one, but we shall see. It is 11% alcohol by volume. Apparently, it is wine-based because it says other than grape wine with natural flavors. It also has sweeteners and certified colors, whatever those are. I don't know. So.
Certified colors.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to uncertified colors, you know.
Taste the rainbow.
Like off-white, non-certified color. I definitely taste the peach, a hint of mango. I could go for it maybe being a little bit sweeter than it is because there's definitely like the aftertaste of alcohol. Maybe give it like a 2. It's not like awful, but I don't know that I would seek it out ever again. Yeah.
Son of a b****.
On him. He just keep questioning his decisions.
The wine juice box.
The wine juice, yeah.
I expected grape juice in this, not
somehow just
fermented
get you
grapes.
by.
Oh, yeah, you heard him. You saw him. He is down the Des Moines way. It is the one and only lazy goalie, Rudeboy Kyle. Welcome back.
Hi, guys. Cheers to another awesome Friday. And since it's been a week, I want to crack into one of my new to me. I wouldn't say is new to everybody, but the Yuengling traditional lager is finally available.
Yes.
Here in the state of Iowa. So I wanted to bring that on the show. The original amber beer gets you 5 cents in Iowa, Maine, Massachusetts, New York, and Vermont. And the retail value in California and 10 cents in Michigan.
The showcase
But
showdown.
yeah, it says America's oldest brewery, brewed under supervision of DC Yuengling and Sons Inc. from Pottsville, Pennsylvania. So yeah, I bought a case of this at when I was shopping at Sam's. It made the local news, but I was surprised that it's not as popular, or it's not sold out yet, because it can not only buy cases of this, but also their Yuengling Flight, which is their light beer variety. So cheers to you guys, and safe driving if you're on the road.
That's really where JS is headed.
That's the real reason for his trip.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to tell them.
What do you rate it, Rudeboy?
You don't have to drive all night in order to get the case. I can go pick a couple up for you.
Save
Meet him at the border.
Once the battle wagon starts, it doesn't stop.
It's very well balanced for an amber. I mean, you're used to having amber ales, and with this being an amber lager, I wouldn't say I have all the experience in the world having those, but Comes in the green bottle. Family operated, American owned. I guess was it debossed on the neck of the bottle there? Can't really see it on the camera. I'm gonna give that a 3.4. There's good flavor, well balanced. It goes down easy, and there's I'd say it's a good year-round beer. There's enough flavor that can carry you through the cold months, and if you throw it in your garage fridge, it's a perfect one to crack open on a hot summer day too. So, yeah. Come on, focus.
All right, you heard him. You see that he is once again on the road. JS Gunslinger is eastbound and down, and let's go out to him for the traffic report.
Well, gentlemen, it is a windy night here in the eastern side of the Dakotas. We are currently heading eastbound to Fargo. We're about 20 miles out right now. We have about a 15, maybe 20 mile an hour kind of reared to, I don't know, kind of sideways wind. Every now and then I get a gust from the side and it throws me over the fog line. But, you know, we try and keep it on the road here. We are heading to the lovely state of Tennessee currently. Road conditions are clear. Only a few uneducated drivers following me with their high beams on. But other than that, it's been pretty uneventful. I hit one patch of kind of icy, slushy, nasty weather, and that was between Sterling and Steele when I was heading this way. As soon as I got to Steele, everything was clear, and it's been pretty clear but windy all the way. My beverage of choice for the nights is a Target brand coffee. It is the hot buttered rum with 2 tablespoons of organic maple syrup and about 3 ounces of half and half. So once we get up to the gas station here, we might indulge in a different beverage. But as of now, I got coffee.
It's good that you're heading to the volunteer state because you're volunteering to go there.
That's right. We're looking forward to the trip. So
their state motto is agriculture and commerce.
There you go.
Officially adopted in 1987. Wonderful. Simply astounding. And ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Howard Blues has come down from the heavens upon us. He has graced us with his presence. He is once again joining the Triple B because he got to keep those minutes up to keep up with my streak on this show, apparently. So, Howard Blues, good evening to you. And what are you drinking?
Yeah, well, so here's the thing. I actually forgot it was podcast night because
I knew it.
He's getting old.
I'll put it this way: out of the last 10 work days, I have traveled 6 of them. 2 of the other 4, I was doing all-day events, and so it has been a blur. There's been school functions. There's been this. There's been that. I can't even tell you, everything that's gone on. It's and last week alone, I did, what was it, 24 hours of total driving time, 1,430 some miles, including one day.
JS is going to have that done by the end of the show.
Well, listen, yeah, but he's a professional. Including one day, it was 16 hours because I had to go from Bismarck to Devil's Lake back to Bismarck to drop people off, to go to Medora to sit through a 3-hour city council meeting, to come back, and got back at 12:30 at night, or morning the next day, I guess you could say. Anyway, to say all that, it's been a week. I know the shirt's getting old and faded, but it's been a week. And so I literally forgot that it was, which week we were on podcast night and such. So I was sitting down here reading some rules to a board game and getting drowsy from the drugs I'm on. And it's like, I should go to bed. I pick up my phone. What do I see? I see all these messages. Hey guys, where the hell's Howard? We're supposed to be podcasting. So I quickly set stuff up. I ran up. I grabbed a beverage. So I believe this is from the local geek. I can't quite tell exactly what all it is because they put this annoying label across most of it. But it seems to be some sort of peach tea. Although it is less than 1% peach juice. It's a tea drink, artificially flavored. Oh, here we go. Peach oolong tea. Okay. More tea, because that went so well for me the last time. It's a product of Singapore. So
it's not grass.
I mean, it is not grass. The fragrant blend, traditional Chinese oolong tea, has earned the love of generations with bold roasted flavors and a rich, distinctive aroma. Now comes a new harmonious creation presenting Polka Peach Oolong Tea, brewed to perfection from premium tea leaves, then blended with real aromatic peach juice for a mellow, lightly sweetened indulgence. Eat all foods in moderation. Okay.
Before you take a sip, Howard, I just want to throw out, you made the observation about your shirt coming apart and, the drink not quite holding up. So maybe, just maybe, you might want to stop by streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs/merch and pick up a new It's Been a Week shirt.
I've been meaning to do that, for quite some time.
Hashtag cheap plugs.
Yeah, hey, get those in, get them in early on. Sorry, I'm stalling so I could peel back some of the labels so you can actually see what this, the beautiful art on the can and all of that. But of course, the damn label is sticking to me.
Maybe I should make a new shirt called hashtag Howard Problems.
Listen, this is life now. Anyway. Enjoy. Well, it smells nice and peachy.
How's that working out for you?
Doesn't seem peachy keen on that drink.
It is very watery.
Oh, it's
It's
less than 1% peach.
Oh,
It's
look.
like
It's the one that passed me, and now they're driving with their hazards on. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack that, but
I mean,
We don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, we're all over the road. Like that
Apparently
guy.
they don't either.
Imagine taking your favorite peach tea. Like for me, it's a peach tea from Peace Teas. I have to have those on the show sometime. They're great.
Peace tree.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Not the Arizona iced tea.
Not the Arizona one.
Tree.
Okay.
it's the Sobe.
Anyway, but you take that and you pour it into a gallon of water and then you drink it. It's like a very watered down peach tea.
That's disappointing. I bought it because I knew you liked peach and was debating buying myself one, and
Oh, I think you
I
should.
ended up not.
And so it's got just like the smallest hint of peach, and it's got like a real floral after note to it. I think I would rate this a 1. Yeah, there we go. Kidder, wait, you started this off. See, that's what happens when I'm not here for the first part of the show. I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody else moderate this show.
Okay. Well, now we've made it around the horn with the drinks, and Howard apparently is already drunk. We have some things to discuss, and many, many things are here because it's another episode of the Triple B. I've already heard complaints about me not being on the radio. There we go. I'm not the one to field the complaints to. I don't have any control because clearly they didn't want me on the radio anymore.
Customer service. I'll give you a number.
But to support this show, the one that we actually have control over, buy our stuff or just give us your money. That would be helpful.
Is that how you direct the people who have complained?
They can listen. Yeah, they can always listen to you here.
I mean, I may or may not have been forking all of the promos the last day that I had the show. Hey, I got this little show called Triple B, Beer Blues BS. You should come on over. Unfortunately, terrestrial radio signal does not reach Vietnam, so I do not know how we are big in Vietnam.
We're huge.
We're blowing up in Vietnam. I mean, that's
Shout out to our
Whoa, Howard, you can't say that.
I'm sorry, I'm drinking peach tea. It's not really great tea. Anyway,
Howard,
he's hitting him hard tonight.
Whoa. Okay, so apologize for my co-host, and thank you all from Vietnam for listening. Stand by while I go to the internet to find out a traditional greeting, and thank you.
It wouldn't be an episode of the Triple B if we did try to welcome listeners from a new country and the other host immediately offends that country and some new listeners.
Hey, for once, it's not me this time.
Wow.
It's usually Kidder and his, him trying to do an accent from that country. So,
no roundabout for you.
I just brought up past war crimes, that's
when Howard goes, he goes hard. So according to the internet, a traditional most common formal way in Vietnamese to say hello is xin chào. It also says it's safe in any situation. Okay, so whatever he had said, xin chào. Okay.
The top U.S. state is California, which may not be that surprising since it is the most populous one. But I also still was kind of like, that's interesting reach.
I'd also like to say thank you in Vietnamese for being here for all of our Vietnamese friends. Gam un. It also says cam on. So either.
Don't they have a pronunciation as they play it and listen to it?
I don't want to push any extra buttons. Might have something. Yeah, Howard's gonna have another war crime on our hands. I don't want to push it any farther than I have to.
I'm pushing enough buttons for everybody right now.
We're not signatory members to NATO yet.
Howard can put all the Kidder subtitles in Vietnamese for the episode.
No, I don't even want to think about how much work that would be.
Probably be the easiest part of editing.
You'd think that, but titles can take a while.
Mm-hmm. Can't just have AI do that for you? I'm sure it would get it 100% accurate.
You see, it's not so much like the typing of it all out, although that does take a while, but then it's like you have to find the right, font so that it's readable. You have to put it in there. You can only put so much text on the screen. I have to try and keep up then with his pace of speaking. So I got to listen to that 3 or 4 times. Did he get to that word there? No. Sorry.
You can't just hit the closed captioning button and pick a language.
I mean, the listener can.
Huh.
but like you go to YouTube, you can turn on closed captions, you can pick your own language. You don't need Howard to do it. You're talking about having Howard do it. I'm telling you, Howard won't do it. So there.
YouTube has the technology.
Yeah, Howard does not. Sorry, I did not mean to come into this episode quite so hot. I'm mostly mad at myself for forgetting podcast night, you know.
We're just glad you're okay.
Oh, well, I didn't say I was okay. I just said I'm here.
We're glad you're alive.
Yes, there we go.
Listen, I'm debating putting a bumper sticker on the back of my car that says honk at me, and that will make me drive in oncoming traffic. So
I've seen it happen in the simulator world.
You know, I have an LED
You
sign
honking.
that I can stick in the back of the van and control with my phone, so I can have it say that for you. You can have it say whatever you want. Change it to random things as you're driving down the road, you know.
I got something to make you feel better, Kidder.
I doubt it.
I got a new segment for us to debut here on the Triple B because we're 5 years in. We got to bring something new.
I swear to everything holy.
Dad jokes part 2.
The next words to come out of your mouth. You're on thin ice already here.
I think you'll appreciate this, Kidder. It was actually one of the better ideas I had this week while I was driving the endless miles. For those who know, I lived in Montana for a while, and in the part of Montana I lived in, there's this wonderful, wonderful thing called the Flathead Beacon. It's a free newspaper that they put out. The only real reason worth reading it, because most of it's okay. The only reason why you pick up the Flathead Beacon every time that you are in the area and you can get one is for a little thing called the Police Blotter.
For true crime stories of the Flathead Valley, it's Blues Blotter.
If you've never read any of the Police Blotter from the Flathead Beacon, well, welcome.
You're in for a treat.
You are.
Okay.
And
You're going up. Your status is slowly climbing here. Don't screw it up.
well, here's the great thing. I just have to read it. These are excerpts from the Flathead Beacon's Police Blotter. We need a name for this segment, so people who are more creative and less angry than I am right now, you're on it. And Kidder, we're going to need a graphic for said segment title. So here we go. Unfortunately, because it is a small independent paper, they're a little bit behind on updating their website. So let's go back to March, gentlemen, to Monday, March 9th, 10:58 a.m. And I have not read these, so who knows what I'm about to say. A guy was upset his ex's new boyfriend was in the vehicle he partially owned. I'm going to tell you, if you've never read these, it's really just like the smallest excerpts of what happened. You don't get all the details because they don't, but enjoy. 4:37 p.m. These are all calls the police had to answer. A husband who lost his wedding ring in the home and garden building was in deep trouble. 7:55 p.m. A white pickup truck drives to the construction area at the same time every night. Suspicious. 8:42 p.m. A drunk lady tried to rip the TV off the wall. Don't know where. Just off the wall. 11:35 p.m. A gamer was disturbing the peace. Saturday.
On Go or something.
Yeah. Saturday, March 14th, 1:08 p.m. A drunk guy was stumbling around the store. I will say these did used to be a bit better and have a few more details, but so maybe this segment will bomb, and this is the one and only time I read the Flathead Beacon's Police Blotter. 6:56 p.m. An intoxicated man's girlfriend was confident she could handle him. At 10:53 p.m., teenagers were in the bar.
Oh, how dare they?
Yeah. And at 11:58 p.m., a shoplifter stole meat and beauty products. This brings us to Sunday, March 15th. At 1:53 p.m., concealing alcohol in a baby blue Stanley Cup, somebody's husband was drinking and driving. I don't know how anybody knows that and is able to report that, but kudos. And at 4:26 p.m., they were called because a roommate altercation ended in empty tire slashing threats. I like this one. Saturday, March 21st. We're almost done here. 2:02 p.m. A caller who was concerned about flags and balloons floating in the air was warned not to call dispatch again for non-emergencies. 3:50 p.m. Dirt bikes were causing a ruckus in the parking lot.
Assholes.
3:51 p.m. Apartment tenants were in dispute over the laundry.
The laundry's running right now.
Yeah.
He's causing a ruckus.
Somebody call the police in Kalispell. At 4:22 p.m., a guy who was accused of doing whippets in his car was just enjoying some Cheese Whiz.
He didn't whip it good.
Love it.
Succulent Chinese meat.
3:32 p.m., the owner of two very beautiful huskies agreed to fix the hole in the fence. And at 8:06 p.m., two boys concealed their identities with masks to play Ding Dong Ditch.
Assholes.
There you go. The police blotter from March 21st, 2026. You're welcome. More to come in future weeks.
Maybe.
Maybe. Let us know if you like this segment. Leave a comment. Also, let us know if you don't like this segment and leave a comment. You know?
Please help us.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I brought to the show.
So, do they just like pick a random section of a report and just go with that?
I think that they try to take and summarize like a report down into like one or two sentences, and with giving as few details as possible in case you could figure some of this out. They used to be far more detailed, where they would tell you like on Iron Road,
Yeah.
or they would get into a little bit more detail.
Because there could be just dozens of people that own a baby blue tumbler that live in Kalispell. So it's like you don't want to give away those trade secrets and potentially tamper with witnesses.
Yeah, it's it used to be a little bit more detailed than the way I remembered it. My favorite one ever is still a woman from Texas called Kalispell PD because she hadn't heard from her dad in 2 days and was worried. That was this exactly phrased. Oh, the Soviets had gotten him.
I think I know who that caller might be.
Damn it. Anyway, yeah, it used to be better, but it's still, it's humorous that things that like people have called the police on. So, and I'm guessing that, they kind of cherry pick them for what they think could be somewhat humorous, because that's kind of what the police blotter has gotten to be known for.
Easy to read, and it's not every porch pirates stole packages and this, so anyway. Well, that's where I came up with the name PB&J's, the police blotter, that somewhat jokeful.
Yeah. So
They're getting somewhere.
There we go. Yeah.
The Blues Blotter.
Ooh.
There we go. There we go. I could go for the Blues Blotter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, great. Now that we have a title, we'll get the graphics team on it.
Peter, I think that's you.
It is Kidder.
Who?
I mean, because if I do it, it's going to be some clip art kind of janky thing. You know, this is a chance for Kidder to put in something with flashing lights.
Yes.
Right up his wheelhouse.
I have the name brand stuff, not the knockoff stuff.
None of that 5-star quality stuff from overseas.
I thought that was a 7-star lighting because he had the 2.
Oh, even better then. That's, I mean, lucky number.
High quality, sir.
Yes.
Speaking of high quality, somebody mentioned this earlier. Let's just get these done with. It's the dad jokes of the week. That's right. Howard is burning through all of his segments in this. You did. Kidder clearly did not hide it well enough.
Nope.
So, here you go. Some jokes to hopefully, make you chuckle, or at least not make you depressed. Like these are clearly going to make Kidder depressed. To the person who stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word.
It's a poor outlook on life.
Yeah. I accidentally gave my wife a glue stick instead of a chapstick. She still isn't talking to me. The present, the past, and the future walk into a bar. Things got a little tense.
It's a timely joke.
Yeah. What lies at the bottom of the sea and twitches? A nervous wreck. Local Geek, you got one to throw onto the pile?
Yeah, I gotta find one here quick. All right, here we go. What is yellow and something you shouldn't drink? A school bus.
Challenge accepted.
School bus. Will it blend?
Oh.
Don't breathe this. Wonder if it's just the short buses or the full size.
So for those interested, what happened to my book is I set it on my shelf over here, and I had set it this way so the pages were against the wall, and it fell down behind my desk, and it must have opened up just a little bit, and it got hung up on one of my power cords for my computer. So it's kind of hanging against the wall behind the desk. It hadn't made it to the floor.
I want to leave you hanging.
It was caught in limbo.
It did leave me hanging for a while.
I see JS is at a Cinnabon, Papa John's, Charlie's. Chicken.
He's at the 45th Street Petro Station.
Very good. This is pretty much we make the same stop every time we come through. I hit the petrol station here.
That's pretty much our stop too.
Yeah, for during the daytime, we can get some good old Popeye's chicken. We can fill up on a nice cold beverage. I grabbed another one while I was in there, so I'm ready for round two. And then from here we burn it down again. Next stop will be somewhere in South Dakota. I can go 300 miles on a tank of gas, so that's usually my goal.
Let's see, 300 miles.
He's got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and he's been drinking.
Wearing sunglasses.
Yes.
There's a lot going on. Hit it. No, not the sign. Turn, 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 turn.
Screw it. I'm going to take the ditch.
Hey, look, a home furniture.
So maybe Sioux Falls-ish.
Yeah, probably somewhere in there. It'll depend on how long the show goes and when I decide to stop and take a nap, or when the wife wakes up and realizes that we have to stop again.
Kidder.
Now what?
Well, I know this is going to disappoint you. I'm just going to admit it. I was excited. UND was in the Frozen, face off.
You watched.
I listened on the car radio.
You son of a.
I just wanted to cheer on the team and hear how they were doing. Just driving home, I was like, oh, I can listen to the game. And Wisconsin scored. I
was excited that they at least made it to the Final Four, and then they blew it.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
It reminded me of their traditional late November, early December form.
Yeah,
But
and now we've had 3 or 4 of them sign and go pro in this short time frame. So
yeah,
be interesting to see what that leaves us going forward. Yeah,
Doc has a strange growth.
Oh, I think he is waiting for me to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to everybody's second favorite segment on this show. That is What's on Tap, Round 2. Drink. What you have in there, Doc?
So I have the Mixtape Romeo dry hopped Pilsner from Stoop Brewing, which is a local Seattle brewery. I've been to their tap room and restaurant in Kenmore, one of the suburbs. And I've also been to their tap room in Capitol Hill before it was theirs. So it used to be Optimism Brewing, and it actually is the largest tap room in the state of Washington, both in square footage and draft beer sales. And so it was Optimism Brewing from 2015 to 2023, but then Stoop acquired it. So I haven't been there since they acquired it, but it's really popular because they always have a food truck. There's lots of seating, and then they also have a kids play area. So it's a very common thing for families to go and just kind of sit and hang out. So really cool space, but I've not had this beer before, so we shall see how it goes. It is 5% ABV, 32 IBUs. Definitely get the hoppiness, but it's not really forward like an IPA. It's very sort of underneath, sort of like an undertone taste. I still don't know that it's something I would drink on a regular basis because it's just a little bit too hoppy for me. Probably give it a 2.5. It's not bad, but it's not good either.
Before I pass this on to the next person, I was going to sit here and paint because I have to fidget with stuff. And I'm working on that Oni figure that I've been doing, and I wanted to look up jade, a picture of the jade stone, so I had a reference. And I did that. Guys, I ended up on a Walmart. I just Jade Dragon. That's a great reference. Yeah, it's on Walmart. So I got to find another better jade reference. So while I'm doing that, JS, what you having for your round 2?
Well, at this lovely little petrol station here, I picked up I know y'all can't see it because I'm not going to turn the camera around again because there was a lot of cursing and a lot of time involved in figuring out how to do that. But I have a Monster Energy Zero Sugar Lando Norris energy drink. And gentlemen, if you have not tried one of these, y'all need to because you are in for a treat. This is a fantastic addition from Monster Energy Drink, and I'm going to do my best to read this can and not die. Wow, that is really hard to read in red lights. All right. Multiple Formula One race winner Lando Norris spends his weekends racing 230 miles per hour spaceships, and this zero sugar monster drink tastes exactly how you'd imagine that feels. You'll be won over with the freshest of flavors, and this can is wrapped in the same iconic helmet design he races on track. It's the taste of the future, packed into one can. Watch your back. The new era is here and tasting good. Unleash the beast. There is only 146 milligrams of caffeine in this can, which is a little on the weaker side, but zero sugars. It does, however, have taurine, caffeine, L-cantarine, whatever that word is, guarana extract, and inositol. I don't know. Small writing, can't read, in the dark. But I'm gonna crack this open again, and I apologize for the wind noise. My tailwind switched to a really wicked side wind now, and I am doing what I can to keep this thing on the road.
We're not hearing it. So.
Cool. So right away when you crack this thing, you instantly get hit in the face with like this blast of citrus. And it's like this kind of tart, tangy, citrusy flavor that like mellows out on the end with almost like a pineapple flavor on the very tail end of it. It's really hard to describe this flavor, but it is fantastic. I'm gonna go like 4.9 out of 10 or out of 5, because in my opinion, the Vice City or the Vice Monster, the guava one, is a perfect 5. But this is a very, very close second.
Yeah, they describe it online as like a yuzu melon flavor.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, some kind of melon of some type. Yeah. I couldn't really put on what it was other than like a citrus with a little bit of a pineapple tail. But yeah, now that you say melon, it almost maybe like a cantaloupe or a honeydew or something of that nature.
Yeah, they call it the yuzu melon, so I'm not familiar with that taste, but
I have no idea what that is, but sure, it tastes like that.
Yeah. Very good.
On a small side note, I've also developed a new ADHD food. I've been taking tortellini and putting tortellini in an air fryer for about 8 minutes at 400 degrees. So you get a nice crispy, like not burnt, but like nice crispy tortellini on the outside, and then a nice mushy, like gooey cheese on the inside. And it's fantastic.
What's your tortellini brand of choice?
Whatever Sam's Club has.
Mm-hmm.
The last one I bought was just the 4 cheese one. The next one, I might get one with like a meat or something in it, and just to try it and see how that tastes. So, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of the toasted raviolis that you can throw in the oven. Those are pretty tasty as well.
Yeah. These are like this nice little bite-sized snack. So I'll put a little bit of olive oil on them. I just does it with an olive oil spray. I know it's blasphemy. I shouldn't do that, but it's convenient. And then just sprinkle salt and pepper and shake it in good, so you get the salt and pepper to stick to them. And yeah, I really like it. If you got some homemade marinara sauce for dipping, then it's even better.
Who else is having a round two? Kidder? Kyle? Local Geek?
Yeah, I got round 2 ready. I think I've had this on the show. Well, where are you going to go, Mark?
Just
okay.
sipping on the rest of.
I'll work on round 2 here. I think I've had this on the show before, but the 3 Floyds Zombie Dust Undead Pale Ale. It's got their artwork there. Let's see if I can get it to focus in and out of the lights there. But they say using their catchphrase, it's not normal. And this intensely hopped and gushing undead pale ale will be one's only respite after the zombie apocalypse. Created with our marvelous friends in the comic industry, art by Tim Seeley, 6.5% alcohol by volume. From the 3 Floyds Brewing Company, LLC, in Munster, Indiana. So, for those who don't like hops, that's a really good combination there. Because man, very strong hop taste, but that's one of my favorites, and that's kind of what put 3 Floyds Brewing Company on the map was their Zombie Dust. Thankfully, they still are able to expand their outreach and their distribution, and thankfully able to get some here locally in central Iowa. That's I'm gonna give it a 4.6.
Nice.
All right. I think that closes us out of that segment of What's on Tap. Kudos.
Cheers.
I got a question for you on the What's on Tap, Howie.
Okay.
Since you're not having alcohol, are non-alcoholic beers and or spirits okay? Or are we trying to avoid the whole thing?
Have we said why I'm not doing that? Is that your question?
I was asking if you're good with the non-alcoholic stuff. I probably missed that on the episode. So
I could do those. I just have kind of I'm using this as an opportunity to go out and try some other things and give some different types of beverages some love.
Mustard soda.
I
put some hot dog juice in there.
I have never really backed down from anything on this show. So if we get our hands on it, I would drink it. And I do tend to stand by my thing of not wasting the things I drink. So not only would I drink that, I would have to drink all of it.
So if I get my hands on it, everybody in town's trying it. So I won't put you through it alone.
Is it the Rocket Fizz mustard soda?
I didn't even notice what the brand was on it. It's that video that I sent in the Facebook group.
I was going to say there's the Rocket Fizz mustard soda flavor, cane sugar, craft soda pop drinks, 12-ounce 6-pack, available from Amazon for $16. But if you like mustard, this drink is for you, according to one of the reviews.
I personally don't like mustard, but
I was going to say, I mean, my curiosity is like, when you say mustard, that's actually quite a range of flavors because, like, is it yellow mustard? Is it like hot mustard? Is it like, there's so many different varieties.
Grey Poupon.
Dijon.
I don't want to describe and give away the taste if we end up doing this soda, but it's interesting. Luster Fixins mustard soda might pair well with the
pickle beer.
What was the pickle beers? Have yourself a hamburger in a can.
Hey, well, then you just add the hot dog water, and then you're good to go.
Now you're on to something.
The pickle gives you the relish. The mustard soda gives you the mustard. The hot dog water gives you the. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. The Chicago hot dog in a can. How would you do that?
I think that's called Malort.
Oh,
there. You could make yourself some Slim Jim infused Malort.
Ooh.
I think I sent that one to one of the chats. I don't know if it was the Facebook one or the Instagram one, but yeah. That's I don't think that's one on my list.
To try and see what it would taste like if you were to put the smoke flavor to it, but I might have to give that a try.
Have you ever been to a grass fire?
Oh yeah.
It tastes like that.
A little bit of everything.
So my GPS is still convinced that I need to go through Minneapolis for this trip. So every overpass I comes to, I found another route and is trying to get me to take the back roads into Minnesota across the river.
The trick is, JS, you add a stop on there and you put that in Omaha, and that'll get you where you want.
Yeah, I just ignore it for the most part, and then when you finally get far enough, it'll just reroute you the right direction. But with mine, even if I pick, I want to go through Omaha, it just randomly decides I'm going to reroute you and take you a different direction.
Well, it's because the difference between going through Minneapolis and Omaha, like if you were to use like Central Iowa or Des Moines as your ending point for your first part of the journey, is like maybe a 25-minute difference.
Yeah, it's 19-minute difference if I go through Minneapolis or if I go through Omaha, going through all the way to Tennessee. So I'm going to go this way because I hate the drive.
There's definitely less traffic.
Yeah, going through Minneapolis and Wisconsin, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that drive. I don't have to go through Chicago. And I spent a fair amount of time in Omaha, so I know my way around a little bit. So I don't mind it down there, but
the road network is set up so you can get around, so that helps.
Yeah.
Most of the construction is done as of last summer.
Yeah, well, it's construction no matter where you go. So.
Oh yeah, 'tis the season, as they say.
Yep. The state flowers have started blooming.
I have a new competition gun on order. Competition season's ramping up again because it's finally starting to get nice out. So, SIG came out with a 2011 style handgun that takes the 320 magazines and has the 320 grip angle versus the 2011 magazines and the traditional like 1911 grip angle. They've already got it out. They've got 4 different models out. However, they teased everybody at SHOT Show with the Night Shift edition. And it's a satin gray Cerakoted gun with like almost like a bright blue anodized controls. So your safety, your hammer, your magwell, your trigger, your slide stop lever, all of that stuff is all in anodized blue, and it's gorgeous. They said they were going to have it out end of March, and we're halfway through April, and it's still not out yet. So I'm holding my breath that it'll be here maybe by the end of April, because the state match is in, I think, June or July. And I'd really like to have that a month or two before the state championship, so I can actually put some time on it and try and actually win something.
Best dressed gun.
Yeah. So I put about 1,000 rounds through one. The same gun, just not the same color scheme. But I put about 1,000 rounds through one. End of January for a course that I did, and the thing was fantastic. I really like it. It handles really well. It shoots really well. Very reliable. So I'm set on that one now. But I just want the pretty one to show up.
Mm-hmm. You look good. You shoot good.
Yeah, I mean, 90% of it is do you look cool while doing it? Doesn't matter how you shoot, as long as you look cool, you get the points. So I figured that would give me an extra 5% in cool factor. So maybe I can, come up a little bit.
Well, hopefully it works out for you, and I'm looking forward to seeing that when you get your hands on it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the timer has rung, and that means that we are at the time of the show when we need to have some cheap plugs and get this thing tidied up for the week. So I mentioned it earlier, beerbluesbs.com, our website. I actually didn't mention that, but you already knew that. What I did mention is streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs, where you can donate the money and you can buy the merch, the pint glasses, the t-shirts, the swimsuits with Big D's Business Center in your business center, things like that. You'll see it for yourself right there on the website, streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Please give us all of your money. We need the money to keep the show rolling. Also, Facebook and Instagram, we're there. We're posting the stuff every week. We'd love for you to be part of that social conversation. The video versions on YouTube and the audio versions on all the audio platforms like iHeartRadio, Pandora, Stitcher, TuneIn, IMDb, Player FM, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and many, 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 many more great platforms. So please join us on all of them. If you have an account on any of them, we'd love for you to be part of this show on all of them. Just subscribe. Help us reach some more people in Vietnam and beyond. We'd love for all of you to be part of the show. So, with that, having the cheap plugs cheaply plugged, my Spotify playlist out there for you. If you missed the Killer Kidder show, you can get it right there on demand, anywhere, anytime. In Spotify, just search for the Killer Kidder show playlist. You subscribe for free. I don't know, follow, whatever the terminology is on Spotify. It's free. You get it. There's like 10,000 songs on there that'll keep you entertained from Bismarck to anywhere else that you would want to even drive or take a boat or fly to. It'll get you there and back because there's that many songs. All right, time to go around the horn for final thoughts. And here we are, Local Geek. You ready to roll?
No, I hadn't even started thinking about final thoughts for tonight.
Oh man.
You heard the timer go off 5 minutes ago.
I know my brain's shut off for a while.
No, you're good.
Being on call this week has just kind of fried me.
Not in your usual rhythm.
Yeah, and getting woke up in the middle of the night and
Yeah. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing happy and healthy. It's coming to be the good time of year when you get some good weather, hopefully, and not nothing too severe. Thankfully, avoiding that in my neck of the woods. But yeah, if you are in an area that you experience some severe weather, have more than one way of getting your severe weather alerts. I'll say that because a couple times this week we've had stuff blow through that has produced some hail and some severe storms as they've pushed further east of here. But it's something that having the weather radio, having your cell phone turned on so you get some chimes or alerts so that you can get into a safe location. If stuff does strike in your area, I'll leave it at that because it's always something that I, especially on these weeks leading up to doing the shows, I usually work mid shifts and I sleep during the day. And when the weather radio goes off, I scoff and scowl and usually lose hours of sleep because of it. But it's always better for your safety for the long term if you have a good weather radio, have your phone tuned up, and be weather aware. So
Turn around, don't drown.
I am.
I was waiting for
Kyle, I know a contractor that could make you one hell of a sleep bunker, and you wouldn't have to worry about the weather.
Well, I could just sleep in my basement and throw on one of my hockey helmets and be good either way. But
yeah, we can line that basement and steel for you and encapsulate that thing. It'll take anything that comes through.
Yeah. It's after living here for since 2009, late 2009, I moved here. And knowing the patterns and stuff, and when the radio goes off, unfortunately I'm kind of in the area that I need 4 different counties tuned into my radio for alerts because they come from usually 2 or 3 different directions, and but I'm getting alerts for 4 different counties on my weather radio that's on my bedside. So it's something that sometimes they're meaningful, sometimes they're erroneous, and you kind of say, okay, I'm going to unplug the radio for the night and deal with it, but better safe than sorry. So, but yeah, the steel and enclosed basement and true, do they do just weather shelters or they do nuclear shelters? Is that maybe that's a question for another show?
Well, the professional companies will do either one.
Okay.
I'll build whatever you want.
Okay.
I mean, we can just make it cheap and just do one room.
Yeah. Well, our basement is about doesn't encapsulate the entire house, but it's maybe 2/3 of the entire we'll say concrete padded outside. So
there you go.
I think that may be final thoughts for both of them. I don't know. JS, do you have an additional final thought?
If you're going to do long distance driving, got to have your snacks. So you need some air fried tortellini. You need some good energy drinks, some good coffee. And I prefer to do it at night because there's less traffic, there's less people to contend with. You get a few more wild animals here and there, but get yourself in a groove and just hammer down.
All right. Doc, you ready? Got some knowledge for us? Help us out.
I mean, I honestly there's a little bit of an extension on what Rude Boy was sharing, which is I feel like more and more like really pay attention to what is going on weather-wise, because I've just been noticing a lot of things happening to more extremes or out of season. I was in a meeting on Wednesday with my boss, and we had thunderstorms happening outside the window, which we very rarely get them here. And to get them in April was like he actually stopped talking because he was facing me and I was looking at the window and he was talking and he stopped because there was like this huge flash of lightning. And I was like, no, that was lightning. That really happened. And then I have colleagues that are in the Midwest right now that one has had, I think there's been 3 tornadoes that have gone through in the past 2 weeks. I was talking to her today and she said several of her neighbors had windshields blasted out because of hail. And when I was on the call with her, she had to stop because her spouse was taking their car to like find a place to put it inside because they were like, we never need to use our garage. So it's full of stuff. So we needed to find a place to put our car because they had another tornado coming through tonight. So never, I guess, I mean, I guess what I would say is like, just really pay attention, be ready, be prepared. I remember growing up in North Dakota and there would be tornado warnings and my parents would be like, oh, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. But it really can be a big deal. So take it seriously.
Yeah. Have a plan and prepare the plan and practice the plan because I mean you, like I said, it's sometimes you're in the middle of a nap or you're out and about or you're close to home or you're just hanging out and you gotta be ready to go to the most sturdy place you can and the lowest level you can, whether it be your house or inside bathroom. If you have a bike helmet, if you have a hockey helmet, if you have some form of head and neck protection, it goes a long way because the people that go through that and have their property and their house ripped apart, it's the little things that go a long way. So,
yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you may feel silly, it may seem silly, but you're better safe than sorry. We had some really crazy rain and flooding here back in December, particularly in like the suburbs north of me. And I remember because one of my choir members sent a photo, so I sent it to Kidder, but she had from her house, like it was just all water. And somebody decided that they thought they could go around it in their car and they got stranded and they had to get rescued. I sent it to Kidder because I was like, somebody never listened to the song, Turn Around, Don't Drown.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's what I would just say is like, take it seriously because it's not like the consequences of not taking it seriously are so much more dire than whatever reason you think you have to not. So.
It's good knowledge. Local Geek, did you figure something out?
No.
You didn't even try to have AI figure out something for you?
Not this time. Next show.
That's what I thought you were doing in the background.
The next show, you're going to be forced to sing Turn Around, Don't Drown. Just so you know.
Yeah. You better learn it.
It looks really threatened. Okay. Howard Blues, it's over to you.
Yeah, and I'll keep it short because time and all that. Kidder, way back in episode 219, it's actually one of our more popular episodes of late. We did a little thing called the Ultimate Metallica Playlist, where we had you pick a song off of each Metallica album to create the ultimate kind of playlist. And I was thinking about that, Kidder, and I just so happens that a bunch of you are going to be going to a Blues Traveler concert in September. And for anyone who doesn't know, Metallica is to Kidder as Blues Traveler is to Howard. So I think that in a future episode, we should do the Ultimate Blues Traveler playlist. And I'll give you a song from each album, maybe, that you could build yourself a little playlist, get yourself all geared up and knowledged up before you see Blues Traveler in September. Yeah, future idea.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
You might see that.
John Popper approves.
So, with that's my final thought. Is a tease. It's something we could do in the future.
No hits, only deep cuts.
Yeah, actually, I think you'd find that.
That made me think of the episode of The Office when Andy's at the roller rink. It's like, well, yeah, it's deep cuts, and then they start playing music. I said deep cuts only. Ah, never mind. Like,
Okay. And with that deep subject, I guess we've come to the end of the show. So let's get out of here before it gets any weirder. Join us for the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS next week. Every Friday, brand new episode, Triple B drops on all of the platforms. So smash that sub button, click that notification bell, and bam! Join us for Beer, Blues, and BS. For Local Geek, who's still trying to figure out what he's doing and what's going on. For Doc, spitting the knowledge. For Rudeboy Kyle, bringing the brewskis. Howard Blues, of course, right over there. And I can't forget about JS Gunslinger, who's eastbound, and he is downtown. Almost somewhere else. I'm still Mark Kidder. Thanks for being here for this and every episode of Beer, Blues, and BS. Remember to keep your glass at least half full. There is free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that tornado-ridden Tuscan highway. Have a good one, and see you on the next episode of Beer, Blues, and BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
You lucky bastard.
I could almost count your nose hairs when you came back that time, Howie.
Yeah.
You had your nose about a quarter inch from the camera.
I was trying to find some. Oh, when I scoot in, yeah. I'm with a chair with no wheels on carpet. You know, you gotta.
As long as it doesn't give out on you.
Should be okay. I just won't make any sudden movements.
There you go. You know, Tesla needs to make a cargo van like this so I can build a camper out of it and have it auto drive.
They were working on a bus was kind of their next thing.
Yeah, there's another company out there that's doing semis and stuff like that.
No, I think they were working on a bus.
That's only
Which, I mean-
mildly terrifying.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you, Howard, as you were stepping off for your break, what is your favorite album of the discography of Blues Traveler? If you do have one.
So there are 2 Blues Traveler albums that I consider perfect albums. Like every song's a banger. I love everything on it. It's Bastardos because that was kind of the first one where they went and got really kind of experimental and started bringing in like horn sections and everything with that. And it's just, they're all great on that album. So that's one. The other one is Susie Cracks the Whip. Also has nothing but like, for me, I love every song on that album.
Okay.
But that said, like, there's a lot of their albums where I like, a vast majority of it. Sometimes they venture into stuff a little too, like, sometimes they get a little too on the rock side, and unfortunately, sometimes when they do the rock side of things, it's not great. If I'm honest. So those are usually my least favorite of the kind of songs they do. They just, I don't know, they just never have done rock really well. So but I like those two. Blow Up the Moon is pretty awesome. It's them basically doing songs with a whole bunch of like, they're basically, duet is not quite the right word, but it's them partnering with different musicians and different music groups. And and they again, gets really interesting because they step out of their comfort zone and they'll do stuff from different genres. So there's a straight up country song, there's a rap song, there's
it is interesting. I'm just looking at the track listing and the artists that contributed as that's out there.
Yeah, it's quite the album. The first half of it is really good. The second kind of half kind of drops off for me a little bit. But there's quite a few on there that are really, really pretty good. So, but I mean, I also like Straight On Till Morning is pretty solid. I was trying to give you everything except
it's like how do you follow 4? I mean, that's kind of the ultimate test for a band in my eyes, is like if you have I mean, obviously Time is put. I mean, it's a 6-time platinum album, but I mean, Straight On Till Morning is up there when it comes to at least their popularity and their follow-up hits.
Yeah, I mean, and truthfully, like they did 4 is their biggest album. Straight On to Morning was truthfully a really good follow-up to it. If you liked 4, you should like Straight On Till Morning. Like they're not too far apart in that. And then they went to Bridge, and Bridge it's a little bit the same, but that's the first one after they lost Bobby, and I think they were really dealing with a lot of stuff. So Bridge is very different. And then Truth Be Told, which is one of my least favorite albums, like that's where they were really like, I think they were a little lost on that one. Again, that one just didn't jive with me too much. But then the next one out was Bastardos, and it was like, oh man, this is, they were off again. So they've done a lot, and as I said, I love a lot of their stuff. And the thing for me that I always love about Blues Traveler is it doesn't matter what your mood is, you can find a Blues Traveler song that will fit. So yeah, we should do that playlist at some point. So I think it'd be fun. And as I said, if we do it early enough, it gives you guys time if you want to look into some of those songs. And, check them out.
Yeah.
Have a better feeling for Blues Traveler before the concert. Because it's always kind of fun when you know the stuff that they play.